Hello fuck 太夸张了，我顶，哇，亏炸了，又要2周前又要从起点开始了，无语了。无语了，还有3分钟开盘。昨天我只能割肉啊，不然睡不着，你知道吗？啊靠！Counter will expand its commercial AI success in 2026 with AIP to be one of the leaders of the software company on its way to $1 trillion valuation over the next 2 to 3 years. I don't think any of these are that unreasonable. I don't know if Tesla hits 600. I think it's very possible if they actually do expand to 30 cities, but if the launch is slow, then 我的天，它盘前还跌到57块啊！我操！哎，你们可以好多机会啊！说真的，甲骨文也是他妈昨天去做空它，竟然一直涨，哎呀，也是倒霉。我觉得我这倒霉太倒霉了。现在非常。
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to OPEX Friday. OPEX Friday. And we got Carlos, DJ, Patel, Val, Oranor. What's going on, guys? JB, MV, Aldo, Andre Modis, Gia, Direct, 8 Right, Jack Chan, John, Denny, Nestle, Yonko, Andre, Stack, Phil.
OK， 准备开始了。
Let us start over the word of prayer as we always do, and start off the day right. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We made it to 1 whole week.
OK， 疯狂的在上涨啊。
A little bit under the weather. I know that your grace and your mercy is constant and new every morning. Blessed be your holy name. And God, I ask that as we continue this trading day, help us to walk with you, abide in your grace and mercy, and we answer our prayers.
All right, here we go.
And help us to trust
OK， 开始了，开盘了。哇，英伟达 1.4 啊 1.4， 今天英伟达还可以啊哈。
We give you thanks, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
我们看一下。 这甲骨文有消息，但是昨天那个消息原来没有这么好，我感觉。
Alright, guys. So right now yesterday somehow they did some kind of penalty shenanigans, so all the way down 200. Now we pop 200.
OK， 现在疯狂的上涨啊，跳空高开的哈。
Yesterday, if they bust through, then it will be this zone here 2 days ago. Okay, once they get to this zone, if they sweep it, I'll be a little careful because on the hourly chart, they're trying to break out of this downtrend to go higher. If they sweep this 2 days ago, a high here, and jam up to this box, I'll be careful, potentially looking for a rejection unless they pump through with volume. Don't forget today is OPEX Friday. So with
Nike continues to dump.
You know,
That's down 10.
with that in mind, we can see some volatility in whipsaws. Okay. So if you had a great week this week, it is a bad idea to try to just, you know, push it really hard full port.
Got some work to do. Robinhood, we've seen it
on Friday. It's going to be a very bad idea.
That back to 117 2 days in a row.
So far, straight up, 100 points at the open.
Nice SoFi right there. Look at her.
They swept yesterday's highs here. Yesterday's highs right here.
She's done this the past couple days and then hasn't been able to hold it. But maybe today she can. 26.85 for SoFi. Microsoft right there at 45. GameStop at 22.62. Oklo at 80 bucks. Then Netflix getting a bit of a move. Bitcoin not really going crazy.
You think that bad things that we do follow us through life? Say lately, it feels like the sadness will disappear.
哇，继续涨啊，继续涨。
Oracle, are we holding 5%? We are holding
crazy stuff.
6% on Oracle, 190.7. FedEx had a good earnings. Not sure why they're down.
Straight up.
FedEx and Nike both down, even though they really did have good earnings. Nike down 9%, FedEx down 4.5%. And then where's
Tesla
Micron?
gapping out, Nvidia pushing.
Wow, look at that. Micron,
Straight up push.
5% off of a blockbuster earnings. That one continues to get some momentum. SoFi right there, she's really trying to push 27, 26.78. Rocket Lab just not stopping, 62.30.
OK， 期货还在涨啊。
Highs here, and now they're trying to hold. If they can hold, they can pop to this yellow line.
And your valuation is 886 billion. I'm probably not going to invest now. He's really confident SpaceX.
Still very, very strong right at the open. 320 straight up, 140 points straight up.
1.5 to 2 trillion. Like, yeah, it probably does open at that level. But 886 billion and Rocket Lab's at 33 billion. I mean, again, I do think Rocket Lab's going to be seen as that proxy. I think it's going to be seen as proxy. Pound chair, she's trying for 190. She touched it. She touched it.
614 triple Qs.
Not there
raging
yet.
up.
No, it wasn't Chris. It was actually someone. It's another fund I invested in. It's actually a Palantir alumni who started his own defense tech fund, and I put a little bit of money into his fund. And his fund just goes and tries to find different startups to invest in the defense tech space. And I met him a year ago in California, but he had access to. But there's a 20% carry. There's a 4% fee. Like, there's all these freaking fees just to hope that SpaceX opens at 2x the original price. Like, there's a lot of assumptions baked into what he was saying, and I was just like, dude, I don't know. 886 billion. But it's gonna pump. Like, we know SpaceX.
I'm gonna close this out here.
It's probably a guaranteed double.
I would have wanted a little bit more, but they just wouldn't pull it the way I wanted.
I don't know if I want to hold it.
Still holding it.
Just given that scale of valuation that it's on. Yeah, DoorDash, that's up 1.34%. Medline, that was an IPO this week, 39.84. That's up 1%. Tesla 45 is not holding up that momentum, and SoFi loses everything. What is wrong with this stock? Cannot hold gains for the life of it. And I don't even blame SoFi here. I just feel like there's some fun manipulating this. Like, goodness.
Just have to close the short for now. Too strong.
20 seconds.
Too strong.
Cannot hold on to their gains. Palantir right there losing 190, right back to
Straight
188.
jam.
Rocket Lab 62.83.
Into this zone here, I'm gonna look for another short here, but I'm just gonna take a small.
期货还在涨啊。
Nike falls 10%, most since April. 59.26. That is down 10% on the day. You would have a lockup period with the IPO? Yeah, I didn't even ask him about that.
OK， 完。我做东这个甲骨文太远了，太远了，太远了。
They're trying to push here.
Like an enormous valuation, and like, yes, there is a massive bull case as this thing pumps, but in 6 months,
I wonder if they jam up and they reject today. Like sweep this hourly high, sweep this hourly high and then reject. If they don't reject this one, they may sweep this one here, which means another 100 points higher possibly.
Rocket Lab will be seen as the thing. Now that doesn't mean Rocket Lab's valuation is amazing at 60 times price of sales here, but if it's pure momentum.
OK， 我止损了。做空这个甲骨文失败了，他打我止损了。他打我止损了。
26.88. Someone just sold a lot at 26.88. CoreWeave 9%. Haven't seen a 9% move in a minute on CoreWeave. Look at that. 9% on CoreWeave. The reason I think is because they got added to the Genesis project with.
Come on, man, drop it down there, please.
So did Palantir, so did Nvidia, so did Intel. I feel like there has to be a deeper reason why it's coming.
Very stubborn, still holding.
4%, but maybe it's just all the data center plays following Oracle's lead. And that's what's helping out.
I'm gonna take it 1700.
OK， 我继续做空这个甲骨文了。
But they won't give it to me, so I'm just gonna rotate another account. First one green.
Multiple bull traps this week, so it's very possible it is. Rocket Lab right there, 62.70. That's up 4%. Micron though, she's pushing all-time highs. SMR, that's up 2%. I think Oklow's making a move right here. Oklow's up 5%. Trump's DJT did merge with a fusion company yesterday. That's why that was up 40%. That's up now 1.5%. Maybe a little bit of nuclear momentum. Nice. Rivian, I mean, look, congrats if you got Rivian at 12, 13 bucks this year. You just have to be patient. I don't fully understand or love the Rivian thesis.
All right.
You're being well rewarded towards the end of the year if you held on to these shares early in the year. So Rivian right there, 21.12. That's up 4% on the day. Google's still red. Broadcom grabs up almost 2%.
不行了，不行了，真的好像它有蓄能了哈。我最多玩几次了，不然我就下播了。真的没有太多子弹了。
Any data? No, I don't think we do. We even get PCE today? Did we? I don't think we have PCE today. Yeah, there is no PCE.
Let's see if they sweep the previous high here in the 50-minute and then reject, okay?
Oh shit.
Let's see if that's what they're doing.
Wow. They came out and said we were scheduling it. They put it off, yeah. It says to be rescheduled on the website.
我再试一下做空吧，有可能就是比较。
Right, that's why I shorted into it. But if they hold this pump here and start pumping to here, then they may still have another momentum. But just gonna a little bit.
可能没有太多的这个 luck 啊，我已经不够太多本金了。
Dude, to be honest, if it's bad, they can keep that shit. They can keep it. We don't need it. If it's a bad number, don't show it to me. I don't care.
我准备走了。啊，我已经打了止损了，好像打了止损了。
Nvidia 178. 178. Do you think someone's shorting SoFi? Something's happening with it. I'm not even blaming SoFi the company. Their stock is the company's executing it. It's not about the company. This is just weird price action. We haven't seen that in a couple of days. We haven't seen it pump that heavy and then just immediately get hit. It either opens red or it opens flat.
You took the long. Great job.
We haven't
Great
seen
job.
a pump like that makes you think it's getting ready to just forget to go to the moon, but just like hold on to a 2% move, and then it just gets demolished. So yeah, I'm sure some shorts are probably in there working on the stock. Nvidia right there, 178. That's up 2.3. The Q's 614. Yeah, it's like an Nvidia style dump, right? I haven't seen that in a minute. And then Hood right there, 118. Hood as well, losing 121. Hood has lost 120 3 times in a row, but it's not fell below 116.
The moment it rejects, I'm gonna hit a short again.
In that range of 27.
I'm looking for rejection, but it keep pumping, so I'm not gonna.
Core back at 40. Qualcomm at 175. Where is Lemonade? That is down 1.6%.
So far, they're still holding this low. As long as they hold this low, they're gonna pump this yellow line here.
Not have a vote on the sub.
So I don't want to get squeezed all the way to the yellow line.
That's not doing well. Lunar's up 18%. Intuitive Machines. This is a space company as well, right, guys? We've talked about this before. There might be a space headline that's causing that one to get some love. Lunar, Intuitive Machines, that's up 18%.
That's not coming down a little bit.
Oh, I forgot. It's triple. Yeah, it's quad win.
我继续做空它了，可能有点。哇，真的好坏呀！我好像一做空它就要开始涨了哈。我不。
Nvidia pushing up 178. Pretty big push here. Sammy's doing a comeback.
Fuck.
Easily cause those price moves. Rivian, $21 right here. AMD, is she getting a move? AMD is up 3. So AMD and Nvidia both moving together, which is very nice to see. Haven't seen that all week, basically. Google goes back to green.
The key is if they hold above this 400 level, if they keep holding it and they start pumping, I have to close short. But I'm looking for a bull trap, like looks like a bull flag and boom, straight down. But right now it looks like they want to pump. So gotta be a little careful here. They're look like they want to pump here.
Model Y, a meaningful run for their money.
But I'm actually looking
And the
for
Model Y
like
is one of the
bull
best
trap.
selling cars in the entire
But
country.
if not, they can squeeze.
Ah, 我走了。
So like, yeah, they could come out with a competitor, but I wonder if it's really going to make people think like that. But then again, any upside for Rivian at this point. I'm getting a Model Y this weekend. You know, GMC, Jason texted me last night, is doing 0% ATR on 2025 Hummer EV SUV models. So he's thinking of one of those. Wow, look at Rocket Lab, 6%. Yeah, the space trade, it's back today. But there are some more creative finds.
Tesla's not tanking; it's kind of coming down a little bit. They're coming into this box here. I don't have a lot of conviction on this long here, to be honest. I'm looking for a rejection, but I shorted the pumping, so I'm taking a small loss here on this one. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I don't like long up here. After these, I taken the highs here previously. They may be going for this high here on the hourly. I'll wait for that to short. I don't want to get chopped up here. So
6.53% on Micron. Palantir 188. Rocket Lab trying to push 64. Nike continues to go down 9. Oracle as well. Look at that. 7% move. Haven't seen that in almost 3 weeks on Oracle. I guess this is off the TikTok news. But that is.
There's a breakout. Glad I covered it short.
Rivian's still up. I'm looking at a couple of other different headlines right here.
Alright guys, once we sweep this hourly, this yellow line, be careful, okay? When we take this previous high here and we go into this zone here, I mean, we could keep pumping into this high here.
As well. Oh, Carnival Cruise earnings today. We didn't even look at that. CCL,
I mean,
that's a 4.3.
We are somewhat breaking out, but
net income 422 million, revenue 6.3.
I'm gonna risk this account for a short into this box here.
EPS beat. I guess people are going on cruises. All the cruise lines were up.
If this doesn't stop, I'm gonna rotate to the next account.
Yeah, Carnival, that is relatively decent earnings. So there you go. That is green. Carnival Cruise right there, 4.16% NCLH. So they missed on revenue, they beat on EPS. That one's up also 3% as well. CoreWeave 11%. CoreWeave 11%. I think anyone owning CoreWeave deserves this. There's just been nothing but ugly.
Fine, next account.
Worse than everything I've been in the past few weeks. So this one deserves a little bit of love. Rivian right there, up 3%. And then AMD still up 4. If AMD's up 4,
should join along.
There you go. Yeah.
Straight up 200 point rate.
Okay, so the chip names.
It's just that it faked me out so many times past few days. I tried to long it and they just kept on rejecting in the morning. And now they do the opposite. That's how they fake you out.
Broadcom 3%. There's not a big semi headline today, so this could either be a rug pull.
Alright, toasted that one, unfortunately.
Look at the semis. TSM, Qualcomm, Broadcom, ASML on. Intel's up 3%. SMCI, Lam Research. It's either a rug pull or
100 point breakout. I longed it here and I didn't hold for a 100 point breakout.
Nvidia's got to break 180.
For those of you guys who longed it, great job. Well done.
S&P is probably above 680. S&P very close above 680, 679. AMD CEO, yes, meeting in China. We talked about that yesterday. Palantir, likes when
100 point breakout right here. 460 straight up 100 points.
Also green up 2%.
And I missed it.
Here's the question: is this Santa rally, or in like 10 minutes, are we gonna be like, oh, that one once again wasn't able to hold? I mean, we haven't seen Nvidia make a move like this in at least a week, which makes me feel there's a little bit more juice to it. Let's see. Let's put it in the chat. What do we think? What do we think? 72% of
Nvidia very strong.
Over red. Do you think we hold? Do you think the Venezuela conflict is
So frustrated.
Gonna matter long term.
I longed it the past few days, and every time I longed it, I had it, and they wouldn't push like this in the morning, and then they would just reject. And so now they trained me to not believe the morning breakout, and they ripped 240 points
bull
straight
trap.
up.
That's the question. Yes or no? Bull trap.
It is what it is. Happens.
Yes or no?
Great
Look
job,
at
guys.
that.
For those of you who
Nebby's
passed
up
eval
5%.
and locked in profits, great
We
job.
finally see Nate in the chat. We haven't seen Nate in the chat all week. Nebby's up 5%. We're back. Look at that. Wow, Nebby's up 8%. Never mind. Not 5.
Order submitted.
This guy.
Order submitted.
He just needs his Nebbies to be up so he can tell everybody we're back. I mean, dude, Nebbies at freaking 75 yesterday. That, like, completely discounted the entire Microsoft deal. It gave them a $10, like, they were trading at 65 before Microsoft.
Or PC in 15 minutes.
I mean, that's a $10 move on what was one of the biggest data center news we saw all year. So the street completely took away any premium they had.
What call?
Right there, she's pushing 180. Can we do it? There we go, 180.
Wow.
180.
标普6822。
Okay, now let's see if the buyers step in. This is where, look at Palantir. Wow. 190.7. She's loving it as well. Nebius 84. Corey 75. Is Hood. Hood's got to be 120. 120.4 on Hood. SoFi's probably got to love that. SoFi 2670. She's coming back. AMD's has to be moving as well. 210. I want to say it feels a little real. I'm afraid to say it, but it feels a little real. It's cool to see. It's just, can we actually hold it right here? That is the question. It's a simple freaking question. Can we actually hold it right here? 179 on Nvidia. I mean, if we even get a 180 close, I'll be happy. Carnival, that's up 3. Micron, that's up 7. I'm trying to see if there's any actual headline. I don't see anything, guys. I think this is probably quad witching as well. The upside. OpenAI has moved to strike direct deals with Samsung and SK Hynix to secure memory chips. Oh, that's probably what's pumping Micron. OpenAI is now signing direct deals with memory companies. Securing these components directly provides more flexibility for its future custom AI chips. I mean, the reason they're doing that is because memory is so vital to the stack when it comes to these chips. It's not bearish Micron either. It just means that these companies, like OpenAI, recognize how important it is to get these deals done. Nvidia, okay, fading from 180, still holding 179. Palantir fading a little bit from 190, and then Hood losing 120.4. S&P losing 680 or 679.60. Who's taking profits here? Who's selling something? Who's selling something here? Or better yet, who's buying something? Who's buying into the strength? That's the tough part about these whipsaws. It's like you buy into the strength, expecting like even a little bit more strength, and then immediately when you buy, like that strength fades, which is what has happened literally in the past month.
OK， 我重新做空这个甲骨文了，我看一下吧。好，等了好久啊，我不知道它会不会直勾勾掉下来啊。4点49分，今天是3乌日啊，我看一下它是怎么走的。Saying into Nvidia, I sold my Nvidia calls, 250% profit. Congrats. 2.5x is not something to be complaining about. Sidelines for today, holding Tesla. Bought Nike and Oxy today. Look, you buy stocks when they're down. The fundamentals haven't fundamentally changed, so yeah, I don't hate buying the Nike dip right here. I think there's other opportunities, but fundamentals aren't horrible. Aren't the best, but they're not like deteriorating. So if you like Nike, today is the day you buy. Don't buy when it's up 10%. Doug said I'm buying Meta today. Where is Meta? Meta had that move back to 680 and then it got hit.
Very strong. It's still holding. I may have to close it again and take a loss. Very, very strong. They wouldn't pull back.
Doug said they sold app at the bottom. Where's app? Wow, app back above 7. Dude, this thing was at 520 2 weeks ago. I bought it at 570 and I sold it at 598. I made a little money off this, but the SEC probe has not been that big of a deal for them. Amazon 227.
They may want to go to that box at 620, 640.
Are we holding at
Squeeze everybody out.
Nvidia's not really holding that. I mean, she's holding, but at 180 breakout, if you whoever bought it at 180 or 180.5 or 180.2, she breaks your heart.
Order fell. Order fell. Order fell. Order fell.
It's only a couple minutes, but still. Hood once again below 120.
Order fell.
This one, every time it breaks above, Nvidia broader market doesn't move. This one gets hit. SoFi though, 2660. I'll take it up 1.4%. At least it's holding on a little bit. Where's BMNR? We haven't looked at that. BMNR 30.3 up 7%. I don't know if we're getting ETH 12K by the end of the year. If we get ETH 12K by the end of the year, Tom Lee is goated, and I never want to hear from him. If we even get ETH 5K by the end of the year, I just think at this point it's gonna be tough. But it'd be nice. I'll take 5K. Yeah, I would. At this point, I would take freaking 3,500. I'd be happy with that. We got Lutnick. Let's see what Mr. Lutnick has to say right here. This was early in the morning. Once again, the White House sending him to talk about this affordability crisis.
So if they pump one more, I'll take another loss. That's fine. I mean, we pumped 320 straight up, 240 points straight up today. So, I mean, it doesn't mean we have to crash or anything like that. Taking previous old highs. You know, they're still trying to hold, and that's fine. I missed the long here. If I long it up here, I feel like I'm chasing, unless I'm trying to go for the momentum squeeze. It feels like they can squeeze me out here, and that's okay. I'll just take another loss. Sometimes in trading, that's what happens. You win some, you lose some. So, consumer sentiment in 7 minutes? Okay. They're still holding very, very strong here. If they don't break down, they're going to squeeze me out. And they're going to really hurt this account. And that's okay. I prepared this risk. If it takes the account out, it takes it out. So, so be it. First entry.
I mean,
it'll be a business
say
expense.
it in the way where it mathematically makes sense.
But I'm not sure I want a long after 240-point pump after a gap up. So, but
yeah, we get the point.
I don't know. You know, they can still keep going. They can go into this box. They can go into this box. They can hold one more flag, pump this box, and then reject. So they can do that.
So we're gonna see if that has any impact on the pharma stocks. Tesla goes red again. Pfizer's up 4.2%. By the way, guys, I think that was my internet. Sometimes these X videos just aren't good. I doubt that was my internet.
Oh, I didn't. Why did I cover all 5?
Robinhood once again loses 120.
I did not want to cover all 5.
190, but 189 is still incredible.
1 second.
S&P 679. Nvidia trying to get back to 180. ETH down 1,000,000%. Yes, ETH is down 1,000,000%. Oh my gosh. CoreWeave up 12. And BMNR is down 400%. All right, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. The theme of the week has been exhaustion in the AI trade, and once again, we have to see throughout today that exhaustion is gonna continue to play its role. And again, I mean, we saw Broadcom go down 30% in the past week, like 420 to 337.
5-minute chart pulling back.
Oracle, same thing. which is actually the best way. I mean, like when you're exhausted, you have to take a break, right? You have to rest. And so Broadcom chilling out in the 330s for the next couple weeks. It's going to be annoying. But that is the best way to get the next leg up. And I kind of feel that way about Nvidia as well. Like Nvidia, I mean, look, when Nvidia ran to 200, I remember I was live with Tanner. We were just looking at the stock and we were like, dude, we love it, but this is kind of, there's no earnings, no profit guidance. There's just this quote by Jensen about a $500 billion revenue target, which at the end of the day, it's just a quote. Like Jesus. So it was a lot. Now, then we got the earnings and we're like, okay, now this justifies 200 and then the market. So it's like, if Nvidia's exhausted here as well, it's taking a breather. But it's not taking a breather because there's anything fundamentally broken, then that's okay. That actually should be healthy. Rocket Lab, though, is not exhausted. My goodness, 64.33. This one has almost recovered the entirety of their.
We got something at 10 a.m.
From the October.
Right now, the market refuses to go down. So if they don't go down from here, they're probably gonna squeeze into this previous hourly high there. I mean, this is the rejection zone, but they're not rejecting. So, I mean, if I fight it, I'm asking for a squeeze.
1.5 billion. That's crazy. You know, my dad grew up selling lottery tickets.
Home sales at 10?
In the liquor store, he sold a lot of lottery. I used to see a lot of people come in every day and buy lottery tickets. It actually gave me a pretty interesting perspective on the lottery.
It's just many times in the morning in the past few days, they reject the open. That's why I want to short the open for the rejection. But instead, from here, they broke out 100 points straight up.
Liquor, cigarettes, and lottery.
So that's the difficult part.
I just saw this happen for years and years and years. And I don't know, it's that whole idea that kind of turned me off to the concept of the lottery.
This zone here really got me offsided.
It's almost like you're buying.
Because I really wanted to break down here, and then they have to save it.
And the odds are so
I
against.
sweep
Like,
it out, and
literally
then
should be something you do
if
for
we
fun.
bump to this
But
box,
I would see people. I would see.
I'm going more puts in this
They
zone.
would have a
Actually.
strategy. Like they would play like 45 different permutations. They would spend a good.
With the VIX down to 15.5 again.
Would actually win the lotto.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I trust it. I try, like this whole area, every pop they sell it. Every pop they sell it. They jam it up to this 23.6. They sweep this area. I'll be a little cautious.
And then the worst part about it is, let's say you do win, and everyone knows you just made 1.5 billion. The amount of stories of lottery winners that now are just not safe for the rest of their life. They try to be anonymous, but it never works out. And you got all that cash that is just yours. It's a little scary if you do actually have to play.
Order fell.
So I'm probably not playing the Powerball, but if it does end up doing well, then that would be nice for anyone in the chat who wins 1.5 billion.
Alright, in about
If
1
anyone
minute, we
wins
got
the
some
1.5
home sale
billion,
stuff going
can
on.
you just buy up all of the ETH supply? Can you just like get ETH back up to 4,000? That'd be nice. Nvidia, highs of the day, 180.3. 180.3. Okay, so a little bit of rejection, then it came back. Now, so this is the second time we hit 180. Now we gotta see if we can hold up. Yeah, can you buy all of Grab too? That'd be nice. Very nice. Well, first of all, 50% of it's gonna be taxed. You're not actually getting 1.5 billion. Unless you pick the payment plan versus the cash up front, but it's always smarter to take the cash up front. Even if you have to pay the taxes. It's like the safety of getting it over time matters.
Fuck.
267 on Micron.
It's kind of no luck.
And Carnival is up 6. Cash value 650 million. 650 million is not too bad. Although I do think there's another argument for lottery. ASTS, by the way, have 5% as well. There's that if you get that much cash, you can really work for it. Again, there's a lot. And again, I got deep into the lottery playing every day.
房屋销售43，好像是比预期要差还好，我刚忘了看了。
Alright, this account's not gonna make it. Too blown, unfortunately, trying to fight the trend this morning. Looking for rejection, I was wrong. I was wrong.
But the odds are so against you. Now the thing is, if you win,
Very frustrating. 320 straight up, 300 points.
to really deserve it outside of pitching some numbers.
好强啊今天！
Action. And that was wrong. That was my fault.
You don't actually deserve it.
哇，好强啊！
Purpose. You actually do anything to get the money. That stuff is a whole different question to analyze. Nvidia 180.5, BMR 30.5, Palantir 191. All right, so we are absolutely pushing the highs of the day and trying to continue breaking through. Broadcom 340, Rocket Lab just busting through 65. Busting through 65. Existing home scales, 4.13 million versus 4.15.
Straight up from the gate, 300 points straight up, 280 points straight up after a gap up, right? So combined is 350 point push, but we did the same thing yesterday, only thing that we sold off afterwards, right? Yesterday, we jammed up really hard. Remember, we jammed up really hard, and then straight down, sell back down. Straight up, straight back, sell down. So, I mean, do we do that, or do we continue higher? I don't know.
And the inflation metrics embedded in this report. So the mid-month read gets tossed. 53.3 was the mid-month read on the headline. It now moves lower to 52.9. That would be the weakest since it was 51 in November. And I'd like to point out that if you look at the absolute low, it is 50 from June of 22. We're not far away from the low going back to my database in the 70s.
We jammed up into the second box here. I'm not going to long. I'm going to wait for the short. I'm not going to long it up here. I missed this one. I missed this one. I'm not going to do it up here. So I don't care if I don't take another trade. I'm not longing it up here. Unless they pump it up here, hold this, I still won't long it here. I may just, call it a good, early Friday. I'm not going to long after a 350 point gap up here, after sweeping old highs here. I'm not doing none of that. It's an hourly rejection zone. I'd rather not trade than to long it up here. So, for those of you who longed it, great job. If it pumps another 300 points, they'll go without me today. So, that's what I'm going to do. On the hourly chart, we jammed through we swept the previous highs into this hourly zone here. Previous support resistance zone here. So, they can keep going another 200 points. I wouldn't care. It's just not for me. Because I know that if, let's say, I try to short it, they make me capitulate with a short, and I join the long now, and then they dump it, that's going to put me in tilt mode, right? So, had a great week, right? Locked in, over $70,000 in payouts so far in the month. I'm not going to do something crazy, right? Yeah, I did blow, a funded so far, but who cares? It's like $100, $125. And if I, I'm not going to short it right now. I want to look for signs of rejection. But let's say they keep going. Let's say I long it up here. I capitulate in the short, right? And they start rejecting, like yesterday here, right? And they start dipping it, and they start doing this action. Remember yesterday? They wouldn't go down, right? They keep on going up, right? Let's say they start longing up here yesterday, and they do something like that. That's going to put me in capitulation. That's going to put me in tilt mode. So I know myself in terms of my tolerance, right? I don't want to capitulate, right? So let's see if that account gets saved. I thought the account was blown up. This account may get saved.
An increase of 1.2% year over year, and the highest November price on record. Homes are staying on the market.
I thought it was blown up, but
36 days versus 32 the year before.
So this account got saved.
Just 30%, unchanged from a year ago. Historically, that number should be 40%. But investors made up 18% of sales, up from 13% a year ago. And the Realtors' chief economist noted they did not see a surge of delayed closings coming out of the government shutdown in October. Leslie?
Okay, so we got pretty good data.
Yeah, we broke out of that hourly chart downtrend hard, right? They broke out of a downtrend hard.
Inflation expectations, the lowest level.
But we've taken old highs here. We've taken this old high, and we've taken this old high. It's a very bad idea for me. I don't know about you. You can buy it. I'd rather just not trade for the rest of the day. To just keep longing it up here. They could do a beeline straight up here. They could do that. This whole action here, up, down, up, down, up, down, really got me very frustrated with my swings. I'll be down unrealized 30K, and then wake up and locked in 70K in profits yesterday. It was great to lock in 70K, but I was tired of seeing negative 30K unrealized. So I should be a little bit more cautious. And so this morning they pump, which is fine. They can pump.
120 again. AMD at 211. S&P did touch 680.5. Carnival 7%. Great earnings and good consumer sentiment. Low inflation, that'll help. Rivian, that's up 5%. Then Micron, that's up 6%. And Nvidia loses 180 again.
If I long, they'll have to first retest this area. come back minimum to tap the yellow line, maybe sweep the yellow line down here, do a bounce, and then I use this low as a long,
Where's Fear and Greed? We're
long,
definitely closer to
like,
neutral, I would imagine. Fear and Greed is at
what do you call it? Like a long zone to risk off, right?
yeah, you can't necessarily say there's
Like I'll do that. But I don't want to long it up here after I miss this flag, miss this one. I long it up here. If they cut down here, then I just don't want to do that.
I don't know. I think a lot of this move has more to do with quad witching, to be honest. Like, that data was good. That's a jolt.
I mean, we got the daily
But
chart.
given some
We got the
stocks
zone
being
about
some
our
stocks are red,
inverted hand shoulders, so far they're playing out.
to me feels-
Do we go straight up from here? We could. Anything's possible, right?
I mean,
So
the amount of options on Tesla that are expired today must be crazy. I mean, let's just take a look. Tesla
but great job, guys. For those of you guys who
Let's
longed
just
it,
look at the
normally I was
call on
joining the
Tesla
long, but
today.
somehow today I just had the idea that after sweeping old highs, they're gonna reject, and yet they just skyrocket 300 points. So that's great. Great for you guys who have the long. Well done.
Dude, there are
I'll join you
calls
next
at
time.
550 that are expiring today.
By the way, guys, we got over 2,000 people on the stream right now. If you enjoy
There are
trading
calls
together,
at
please go ahead and hit
24,000 open
like
interest.
button.
I mean, how many people do you
And
think
also, if you
took
haven't
some of those
subscribed
calls to
already,
break out on Tesla?
make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you know when we go live, okay?
You got 15,000 at
This
450,
weekend, I'm going to be releasing an interview,
11,470, and
probably
you
on
got
Sunday,
tons and tons of calls
with
here.
Steve, okay? Steve turned $2,000
Probably
in Tradeify accounts into 119,000. If you want to hear that
PayPal,
story,
that
make
one's
sure you
still red.
stay tuned on the Sunday release. Obviously, I'll be at church and stuff, but I have a schedule.
5941.
On Sunday, maybe
Even
1
ours,
p.m.
7%.
Eastern released, okay? So look out for that.
At Alger, 190, 150. This thing touched 193 a couple days ago overnight, and then it faded away. 190, 150 right there on Pounder. Is Nike getting worse?
Holding one
Nike
last.
is still stuck at 9% down. At least it's kind of bottoming at 59, maybe. Touched 57 for a slight bit. If Nvidia starts selling off, we're probably right again. Yeah, Nvidia 179. If we see like 177 Nvidia, that gives up a majority of the move. That might be very nice. Palantir 192. So Palantir doesn't care. That one's not really reacting with the market. Rockweb just below 65 and then Broadcom 350. What do you think about Shopify? Love Shopify, expensive multiple. You buy this one and you don't look at it as a stock. It's hard to do because it's a growth stock, but you also is one of those stocks that's just now rewarded you in the short term. Like, you really take a long-term view and this one plays out. I just, getting a bit of a multiple on this one. Shopify 160. Also, they're growing. Shopify's growth is not like hyper growth. It's really amazing growth. But it's not like you have to own this growth stock because you're missing. I mean, the time to do that was like 8 years ago in 2017. That's when their e-com business was really scaling globally. It's still a great company. Nebius up 9%. Again, this one you can't get too highs on the 9% days, and you can't get too lows on the 9% down days because they happen almost every week for a data center play. Like a Nebius.
Palantir straight up.
You just gotta.
So they could start a center rally if they want. The average center rally is about 1.5%. So they could do that, right? Into the end of the year.
Still stuck. It's Steve by VG.
And we'll see what happens
He said
after
last
that.
night he was going to. So we'll see if he does it. I think it'll be on the close. And we'll see. Okay, can someone explain to me this BM&R 50 billion new shares thing?
Well, the PA I wouldn't say is terrible. It's just that I wasn't on the side that they're on. So if it was the long side, this PA would have been nice, right? So I know what you mean. Like sometimes if it doesn't go in your favor, you feel like the PA is not good. But I have to be honest with myself. If I caught the long this morning, like some of you guys, this PA is amazing, right? So just because I took the short and I blown one funded, I'm not going to be like, oh, this PA is trash, right? This PA wasn't trash. This PA was actually really amazing for the long side. I just missed it. So sometimes, when you and I, like, let's say you're on the wrong side this morning, right? I was on the wrong side, but I banked one funded account, 1,600, and this one's also green. I got to the other one got blown up, but which is fine. I also got another funded, so I'm very, very net green, right? I think only like 3 out of 4 green on the funded. So price action is okay, right? Even though I tried to short it and it didn't long it, and I still made 3 green. So the price action is okay, right? Sometimes you just have to,
Get to 485 for that thing to be profitable.
that's called being clutch.
Nvidia is trying to get back
hey
to
there.
180, 179.
I'm in the mood for something sci-fi. What should I
Authorized
watch?
shares
I
allowed
can help
to
you with that.
dilute.
Nothing with sappy love stories. And
Okay,
a bit
so
of dark humor.
why-
I'd recommend
So you go
Fallout
for
since
it.
it's got everything you want.
Give them
Thanks,
the
Alexa.
freedom,
I got you.
dilute more, buy ETH, that's the
Grabs
focus,
or
right?
see
I guess in their
something.
cases, you don't want them to dilute, but then again, that's their whole model. Get money.
In slang, something or someone excellent use for effective in a crucial hyper
It's the intention
situation.
behind the issuance of 50 billion shares. They're not
Sorry,
transparent.
I asked you last time, man.
I have to read through it.
Perform
I will
under
say,
pressure.
though,
I mean,
the
I
fact
hope,
that we
you know, I
even
don't-
have an MNAV tracker
I
on the
hope I
website.
perform under pressure. You know, sometimes take losses. I take, you know, I have emotions just like
Tom,
you
but
guys. You
there's
know,
a lot of things.
definitely not perfect, far from perfect, and
It's not worked out. And forget the stock price even. Like, forget that. Like, you can live with the stock that's down. Deeper question here.
anybody know how to
Deeper question, I just think of it from a
make
brand
these
perspective.
lines closer? Like if I can
It's
draw this
brand.
P&L
This
closer.
guy had one of the
I
best
tried going to
brands.
properties. I can't
Like,
do it.
literally one of the
Like how do I
best
bring
brands.
this in closer? Do you know?
Like,
Anybody
this
know?
shit,
Like this buy limit closer
yeah, the
here, this
process
P&L
of this
closer
happening,
here.
More so than even the
Anybody know
stock
how to do that?
People can handle a stock being down. You can sit on dead money. But if they feel like there's not transparency in the process or they don't understand why.
I needed to at least touch this yellow line for me to even consider a long.
It is to avoid a hostile takeover. Yeah, I have not read it. I mean, maybe that's correct. All I know is if they want to dilute, it's to buy more ETH.
Right click on P&L box and then do what?
General.
I tried
That's
doing
why I
that.
bought
I
initially this
right
brand.
click on it
Yeah.
and I
Same
went to
here.
like properties and
You guys
it didn't do
remember, I was pretty freaking like EM&R stupid for 2 months. A lot of you guys
Nice.
gave me shit, and then I looked into it and I was like, well, technically.
anything. Ooh, this one is
it goes
fun. Oh
up.
man,
It's not
I got
that
way too much on this
And
one.
then he came on the show, and you know, he did his Tom Lee convincing communication style, and I was like,
Alright, got 2800 on that prop shop there.
and a lot of you guys got in at like 27.30, so which was like.
I think I can take a payout this Saturday with these prop shop accounts.
42, 43. But part of the reason I made this up is
High stay
is my
is
skepticism around it. The reason I bought it is because of his brand. Now I don't blame his brand for crypto tanking as bad as it did, but to preserve that brand, you have to be transparent throughout the process. Just having something as simple as an MNAV
Yeah,
tracker
it's
on the
fine.
website so that people don't have to manually figure it out themselves. like Sailor does.
I'll do this one down here.
You know, that's a step. You just
Chart properties.
the thesis is solid.
Order
Yes, the
display
thesis
bar
is solid
length.
because the thesis rests on.
Okay, let me try.
That's why I don't
Order
blame
display
the
bar length.
because crypto prices collapse. Because at the end of the day, who could have predicted that? Now,
So I right click on properties. There's general, there's font, there's colors, there's lines.
But I'm personally
I don't see any
not
bar
thinking
length.
If you're in the investing
Where do you
community,
guys
you
see
will always be wrong on timing at some point or another. And if you give yourself a long enough time frame, the short term, 1 or even 2 years of something being flat, like Bitcoin
Okay,
was
never mind. I
before
clicked
that,
on the wrong
20x,
display,
he
man.
was the only Wall Street guy.
Thank you
recognizing
guys. Let me try
$5,000.
this.
He
I think
doesn't
this
look
would
like a
work
genius.
here.
So it's not about that. It's about the process.
You guys
It's
are
about how people
genius.
feel during that time.
Okay, I'm trying to do it on my lower window, not this one here.
So,
Very nice. Okay. What about your like limits?
it was just
Limit
a glitch.
orders, stuff like that.
Dude, I think he's right about
How do
that.
we
though.
change
Like,
that
you give him
one?
shit, but I think he's right. There probably was some stupid glitch in finance, and that caused
Like
massive.
if I set a limit
and
like this one, how do I change this one?
knowing is that explanation is probably the reason. Like I don't know what else explains that much.
Like this limit, if I want it like
Unless
closer
everyone
here,
spoke up and said,
how do I change this one here?
"We don't care."
Order canceled.
Maybe. But let's get some analysis on.
You're up
tonight. By the way, Triple
$9.70.
V,
That's a
thanks for
win.
being here.
That's a win for
Thank
something.
you for the $200 super chat. Deeply appreciate you. Triple V, for those that remember, this was 2 quarters.
Grab and drag. No, not lower, but to the right side. I know you grab and drag this, right?
Bought at 62,
Like,
sold
to the
at
right side.
67. This was back in like August of last year. I
Yeah,
think.
take that. I mean, like,
Maybe it was this year.
if you want to trade them, you can trade
But
them, but
that night you
I don't
trade
recommend them
completely.
anymore. I just personally
Could
trade
not
them because I
have
still have like 6
replicated
accounts
again,
with them.
this thing just
But I think there are
went
other
down.
firms that are easier to take a
There's
payout
some coverage
than
from
them.
Jefferies
So
on
I don't personally recommend. I took them off my personal recommended list. I'm still trading them, but I don't personally recommend them anymore. But you know, they're still legit. They still pay. I'm going to request another payout this Saturday. But I think, you know, as a trader, you want to use firms that give you the least resistance to payouts, right? It's not like they're not legit. They don't pay. They pay. They're legit. But I want to trade with firms that give me an easier time to get the payout. Right, so.
which is a very good positive.
Go to properties on
Right,
P&L, go to line section.
What is the problem in China right now? Is it about merchandising? Is it about order books? Something else? I think it's about the economy over there.
Limit orders.
We're seeing most companies that
With.
or selling to China are having difficulty. So it's
It only
not
shows
Nike's
with,
fault.
though.
The consumer in China is more price sensitive, and Nike's having to deal with that. In addition, Nike has to kind of reset the playbook in terms of product, and they're going to do that, and it's going to take time. Look, we think it takes another 3 to 4 quarters in China to fix, but you know what? In the near term, North America is really getting better. That should be.
Are you gonna flag this or what?
Investors should buy the stock today, looking at for 2 years from now, which we think we'll see earnings per share start to rally back from where they are today. Some of your competitors concern.
Yeah, I only see the width for this. Like I can't change to the right side. It only gives me a width. Like I can change the width, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
And maybe they're flooding that channel, and it's going to mean a tough.
I'm trying to make it closer to the right
Yeah,
side.
look, I think what's encouraging is that the sell-through rate in the new products in running are working well. And if you look at the direct channel distribution, the reason why it's lagging the wholesale channel distribution is they changed the pricing architecture and the promotional architecture in that channel distribution, meaning you're being less promotional. And being less promotional is creating a lower sales growth rate for that channel of distribution. So I actually think it's becoming a healthier.
Guys, anyone can help me out here? I need this buy limit closer here. Anyone know how to do that?
I think it's
Like drag this buy limit, this little blue thing here, closer here. I went to this P&L, I click on properties.
Okay, so again, the China argument is what Jeffries is blaming it on. Their argument is
I changed the order display bar length, but that only adjusts this here. It doesn't adjust the
with the current state of the consumer. But
oh, it kind of does, but somehow the limit is much
especially because China's stimulating.
much farther. I don't know why.
So that is their argument for why Nike got hit. Broadcom up 2.5, Rocket Lab up 8, BMNR up 9, Ethereum back above 3, crypto catching a little bit of a bid.
Okay, I'll just leave it like that.
89.3. So crypto's moving. Are you buying Nike?
Maybe find stop limit offset.
Yeah, there's other tech stocks that honestly gotta buy. I don't want to be around for the turnaround, but if you do, then this is when you would buy. You gotta buy on these 10% down days versus being greedy.
No, that didn't do anything.
I don't think the earnings were that bad enough to get there. S&P 679, hoodie once again oscillating around 120. Meta still red. Meta and Amazon not participating here. Tesla, Meta, and Amazon.
I wanted to at least sweep this yellow line before I even consider a long. Look into this hourly chart. They tapped into a box and rejected so far. That's why I told you up here. For now, I don't want to long it yet. I need a steeper pullback, maybe a retest of this hourly zone here, and a hold before I even consider a long. After they sweep this high here and this high, I think it's a bad idea to go long after sweeping highs like that. So, but
See, the thing about VG, again, we were talking about it last night, it's like, I don't really know if a 4 or 5% move even is relevant. But they have such a long runway in growth trajectory. So, like, again, I just don't... Dude, the volume on VG is 1.8 million shares. Like, who cares about 4% on this? There's no volume here. Which goes back to the point of, like, this is just... I feel like it's not a name.
Awesome puts in a video this morning covering half.
That bucket of, like... hold for 5 years and I believe in the thesis. Now, when I was looking at their stats last night, I couldn't believe they IPO'd at 60 billion. I don't know how the hell they got that. That was a bigger valuation than Cheniere. There's the heat map. Pretty much over.
So on a bull case, you gotta give it to them. They're kind of holding it, right? If they can hold this, they can do another flag to pump. So.
And I guess they didn't deserve that IPO. But if
I personally want to see the yellow line at least tagged. And then replaying for me to, like, ideally swipe down in this area. Swipe it down before I even consider.
Again, the volume's not there.
Like, because that's 2 days ago. That's a previous pre-market high right there. But they don't have to do it, of course. I only got like 2 contracts left here.
And even if it was a retail trade, I still, need big money to move some of these plays. 15 million. Rocket Lab right there, back above 65. Down 400%,
I want to see like a bull trap, like people who long
No one
into this
deserves the
flag,
IPO
boom,
price. Almost
swipe
everyone
down.
goes down for 18
I buy
months.
that swipe down for a
Making the
pump.
base. You
If
know
I
who
buy it
doesn't?
here and they dump it,
Reddit. That bad
but it looks
boy.
like they want to hold this area. You know, this little
34 was the floor.
double bottom thing here. I understand up here
You know
it's
what
not
the
called
thesis
double
was?
bottom.
I've
I'm
been
just
writing
saying
my
like
Reddit
loosely.
deep dive, and I've been like
For that.
going through a bunch of old articles. The thesis, and I remember hearing this back in June of 2024, was that the shorts, Wall Street Bets was going to short Reddit to get revenge against Reddit, like shutting down Wall Street Bets during the GameStop era. That
I
was like
want
the
a
real,
hard
like,
candle
potential
down.
bear.
Boom.
That shit didn't not
stabilize and
happen,
bind to that.
Like no one even cared about shorting Reddit because Reddit was like the evil.
Do I
company.
get that? I don't know.
The Wall Street Bets thing. But that was like one of the arguments. That like at a $6 billion valuation, that didn't even happen.
All right. L1, holding one last.
Reddit ended up just going to the moon. So it is kind of crazy how certain perceptions exist when a company goes public and you have a theory on what might happen.
Nice.
You don't get any.
Attack the L line, I'm out. Attack the L line, I'm out.
Jane Street coming back. Is it 10:30? No. Still have 8 minutes. East just lost 3,000 again. Bitcoin just losing $200 right there, dude. They are taking this asset back and forth. Back and forth. Did anyone make some money today? Put it in the chat. Did anyone swing trade? Make any profits? Did anyone move things up or down at all? Or is it too early for that? Wow, Rocket Lab, she's not stopping. She's not freaking stopping. 65.74. My goodness, dude. Complete domination here. It's basically up now 50% for the past month. Nvidia just below 179. Took profits on EOSC. That is a great stock to swing. Oracle profits, sold my Micron calls. Made a bit on Rocket Lab. Sold SoFi covered calls. Those have continued to print. Irwin Rocket Lab calls. Irwin, do you sell Rocket Lab calls or you? Oh, you bought them and then you sold. Yeah, are those like weekly calls that you're selling?
Man, I didn't know I was muted.
Selling? No.
I said I'm glad I stuck to my conviction of not longing it up here because of the hourly zone rejection, right? After sweeping this high,
Calls.
I rather not
Because
trade.
490s bought
Now that
them
it tagged the
randomly
yellow
lows.
line, I can consider possibly longing if it base.
6%.
But I'm glad I didn't long it up here and follow my plan because this is like a 65 point
I went to they
sell.
bought $350,000
So-
of April 75 calls on Tuesday. Those gotta be up nicely. Those gotta be up like 150K, right? Yeah, that'd be 150K. 350 contracts, okay, that makes more sense. Yep, decent amount. I mean, honestly, I don't really like options going into next year, but with this SpaceX IPO, maybe Rocket Lab options are one way to get in.
Do we hold the yellow line here?
I really don't love
They
options.
held the yellow line so far.
That could be an easy way.
Link to line length.
Yeah, but 100%.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tom, thanks for the super chat. I think Steph Curry will sign with Nike in 2026. Well, he's left Under Armour, which is weird. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I don't know why he ever signed with Under Armour.
Order submitted.
These athletes try to be like independent and sign with the brands that like are losers. And it's like Nike when it comes to sports and like sponsoring the athletes, like they still dominate. You want to be with the best of the best there. The shoes were ugly too. Like now Under Armour probably gave him a better deal. They probably did for the money, but like brand wise,
Order fell.
deal didn't even follow through. He didn't even stay with them.
Order fell.
I feel like Nike and Adidas are the ones who go in here. Or you build your own brand. It's just hard in the consumer space to actually build your own brand without a partner.
Order fell.
He wasn't that popular when he signed it. Well, that's fair. That's fair. He signed it before the championship. But after that, that means Under Armour got the better part of the deal. Alejandro said, I sold some hood at 124 and got rock left at 55. Look, I mean, you basically transition from one high beta to the other.
So far, I pulled back 110 points.
Up, rock left should be okay, and vice versa. I mean, we are at a point in the market where it is really hard for certain high beta names to go down as other high beta names also go up. Like, if you're long Nebius next year and Nebius doubles, I'm not saying Hood's gonna double or Rocket Lab's gonna double, but it's really tough. Nebius up 10% right here. For Nebius to double and the other high beta names to not also do really
Order
well.
filled.
Which is what we saw this year. But yeah, they're gonna have some anomalies that just are not going to match up with it.
Pulling back, pulling back.
SoFi right there, almost high as a day, 26.74.
到均价线了，这个标普的话，
Again, Nebius dip from yesterday.
Not gonna catch it.
Decent dip. That
This
one
thing
right
can
there.
swipe all the way down here. I had this idea this morning. I'm out of my longs. I have to wait for a base first.
Is Rocket Lab pricey? I think so, but I don't think it matters. Not saying this is the buy price, just saying.
This is the short I was looking for, right? They squeeze him out.
Again, that email I got last night, this dude is confident SpaceX is going to 2 trillion. He talks with a lot of different LPs in the tech space. And he's like,
That's why I didn't want to long it up here, guys.
It's going to open at 2 trillion.
140 points.
I don't see how Rocket Lab doesn't catch
That's why I didn't want to long it up there. Hourly rejection, right? Hourly
Let's say
rejection.
the IPO in May, and we get a little bit of correction early in the year. Rocket Lab's probably going back down, along with every other stock. So there'll be a
Coming to
better
the
entry
50% here.
if that happens.
Do we hold the 50% or do we not?
On timing it. I think Rocket Lab's the play. Rocket Lab just won
Anyone's
the
Apex
SDH
account acting up?
just now.
Mine's doing okay.
That, I think I saw that headline. That opens up close to $1 billion of contract value for them, right?
If it doesn't hold this 50%, be
That could
careful.
also be a specific reason why it's moving today.
If we don't hold this 50%, we break to this 420 level.
18 satellites for SDA's
So-
tracking layer tranche 3. I saw this earlier in the morning. That's correct. Okay, that's your actual, probably specific headline today. Oh yeah.
Do we hold
right
this
when I was gonna
50%?
post the tweet, you sent the chat. Yeah.
About
there
to
it is.
find out.
I don't know
Sell
what the
one,
tracking layer of tranche
sell
3
two
is.
in case it
I don't know what
rejects,
the SDA
lock in
is.
some profits.
All I know is 805
Right into a
million.
50% fib, guys. That's
Whoa.
why I told you I wanted to sweep here before I long. That was the plan, you
But
know?
again, it was down 10%.
I didn't want to long it up here. We sold 140 points.
Be excited. Same thing with Nebius.
I'm in a 1 minute time frame, that's correct.
Easily just reverse. Now, granted, if we're Santa Claus rallying, maybe the reversal is not going to. Although Tesla barely holding 480 at this point.
Nice bump.
Palantir losing 192, but still holding 191.
Sell one more.
170.
Hello?
Hello, I'm your child and I'm in prison.
Why are you scamming me?
Steve, thanks for the super chat. Sorry for the silly question, but if
This
Bitcoin
is
is down 12%
Kyle.
the last
They
time,
search
it's up
hundreds of
25%
sites
at the
to
same time.
find
Do
great
you think
deals.
overly
You don't have to be a terrible person.
Bitcoin correlation. That's a great
Okay,
question.
mommy.
The argument around Bitcoin correlation
Tag it up into this
has more to
540,
do with
560 and then
their
dance.
actual transaction
Leave
volumes,
even an
less to
M
do with,
pattern and
like,
then chop around here.
the sort of abstract concept of Bitcoin down, hood goes down. And we got through that. We've moved beyond that over the past 10 months because hood has so many other parts of the business that they're executing on. The broader problem here is that if we get into a crypto winter,
Very nice day, guys.
hood's transaction volumes on Bitcoin or on crypto in general, which are the majority of the
Well done.
transaction volumes, it's over like 37%. Those get hit pretty bad. And the other really important nuance to understand here is now
Huge
Hood
5-minute
has
hammer.
$1.2
Yep,
billion
but
revenue.
it can also reject here if it wants to
Which
go
is
low. So
why
that's why I sold some, right?
Markets, if you're a hood
I don't want to
shareholder,
hold
have
everything in case it
support.
rejects. You see that?
If we don't have crypto
see that?
volumes, we need to make it up somewhere. And by the way, if we don't get crypto volumes, we're probably not making it up.
If it doesn't hold, I'm out.
Because, I mean, what, crypto's going to tank and options and equities are going to go to the moon? Like, that usually doesn't happen. So we either get a general bull market that's good and crypto holds up, or crypto doesn't
I'm
hold
out.
up, the broader market holds up, but it's not like enough to get you that massive 50-60% transaction volume growth. And then what's left? Banking, prediction markets, etc. There's a lot of layers left, but are those layers enough to justify 50% growth? Or do we get down to 25% growth? Which, look, at 25% growth, I don't
How to
know
manage
if
drawdown on 150K
just
trailing?
like Palantir
You
multiples,
lock
we get
profits. You don't
anywhere
hold and
close
hope.
to 30% growth. It's not going to be sustained. We have to keep up 60%. Now, I think we're in a better situation than Coinbase because all their money pretty much is crypto transactions. So it has other funds that can help them. So that's my point. I just don't know. And I don't know if it's naive.
If you don't get above this 520, be careful.
Going into 2026. Because if you don't get that, like at that point.
Unless they invert it all the way back up and hold out long and again.
Corey,
Like,
right there,
this is a rejection.
17% on the
Unless they
big money.
invert it all the way up.
17% on Corey. I'm happy for
They
people
may
that
be
Corey.
inverting
This
it.
one deserves it. I don't know why it's getting this big of a move. I don't see like the specifics on it. Maybe it just got massively oversold, which is good to see in a bull market that this thing recover. That one up 17%. Shorts covering. What is the short float on Corey? But yeah, that's my thought on it overall. I mean, it really just depends on how that shit is going to play out. So it's less about Bitcoin going down; it's more so about the transaction volumes. And again, Hood's now a mature
So
company.
fake them out,
Beat heavy
right?
numbers,
Go up,
with
show
comps,
rejection.
beat heavy-
If we
look,
can
Tesla's
pump
the
straight
only
up this
company
540.
that is 70% less profits. Let me say that again: 70% less profits over the past 2 years, and is trading at a 320 PE. Not every company is going to be able to get away with showing no growth and still holding that. I don't know if Palantir and Hood can.
There's the inversion. There's the inversion.
70%.
Once you recognize you're inverting, you gotta flip, right? Or else they're gonna hurt
Their
you.
comps are much harder than we realize.
No, I don't want to get hurt,
I
right?
think that's the nuance to it.
Some people say,
I don't think that means you sell.
you know,
That just means
baby,
going
don't hurt
net
me no
and
more, right?
leave
So
money
you don't want to
long.
get hurt. You gotta
But if your Hood average is $50, like you don't care. It's like, all right, whatever.
sold one
Hood
in
average
case they
is 1
dance
day,
around here.
like, it's something to think about. If it doesn't get better. Bitmine right there up 8.3. Love it up to grab.
December has been awful for you, Nora. Take a break, right? Reset. I mean, you're right. December, November has not been easy to trade. My swings were, even though I made money on it, it was pretty hard. Like I had to overcome some big drawdowns with this kind of action. You know, so like it wasn't easy.
Zuho upgrades Tesla to 530.
Tesla coming back down 480.
Not helping Tessie today, but nice to see the upgrade. A lot more of those $5 upgrades. LEU's up 10%. Centrus Energy.
Fuck.
255. Wow.
There's inversion, guys. Inversion long right there.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh, they got to deal with South Korea. Well, that'll not
Invest.
Energy Fuels. That's up 10%.
Once you recognize you're inverting it,
Continuing.
don't stay on the wrong side, right?
By the way, the CoreWeave short float is 10%. 10% is CoreWeave short float. So maybe not enough for a squeeze, but definitely be.
Fuck.
Let's see what else we have. We talked about Nike. We have the Trump meeting at 1 p.m. Oh, we got John Williams right here. Let's get his thoughts real quick.
What was my signal for the possible inversion? Like right here, I told you guys. I'm like, okay, guys, I got out of the long. I'm like, okay, unless they invert it, I'm gonna go short. I shorted here, and the moment you recognize the inversion is when you see a straight up candle to cancel the previous breakdown. The same thing is true for the other one. If you see it goes up and instant full reject, that's a red flag. That's an inversion, right? They fake the people out to the downside. They faked me out to get on my long. I shorted it and it went straight up, and that's when I knew, okay, I gotta be careful. And we're not even out of the woods yet. Right, they can come back here, dance. But above this 460, I'll try dipping into it right now.
That distortion may only have been as much as a 10th of a percentage point, but he still wants to see more data before.
They may be playing some chop games here.
All right, so Fed President William pretty bullish as well, or relatively dovish. Again, that's.
Fucking shit. Oh, there's no way.
Nvidia once again trying to make a run back to 180. This would be the 9th time today that it retouches 180 and then rock left holding 65. Corey right there again, still up 17%. How much is Elon worth if SEX is valued at 1.5 billion? What do we think is the ticker symbol going to be? Is it really going to be SEX? That would be crazy. Elon gets, I think, a 7 or 20 billion net worth.
Sold one, holding one more.
It's the 1.5 trillion. Actually,
Yeah, I mean, it could shop now. It could shop now.
I think it's closer to 900 billion. I don't think he would do SEX. I think
Like up, down, up, down.
I think the institutional investor would be like, Elon, we love you, but please, can you not make us have to do this? SPCX, is there a ticker already with that?
Fuck.
That might work. Yeah, there's already a SPAC called SPCX.
That's not coming back down
The
again.
thing is, anyone who has that ticker, SpaceX will go
哇，特斯拉今天怎么跌了负0.75啊？
And it looks like one's breaking lower.
可能
That's
做不了
why-
空哦，我靠！
I mean, feels a
We
little
did not get
dicey.
PCE data today. It was delayed. I don't know why, but it was delayed. We're not seeing PCE. But again, if it's bad, I don't even want to see it. Can we just get through Christmas?
My Pro Plus account's taking some time to create. I think that's the only down thing.
This is the part of the
Take
year where
profit is my
everyone's
number one
just like,
trade,
I don't
number
care
one profit
anymore.
because they got daily payouts. Now that I'm trying to go on Pro Plus,
meetings or bad news
there's no
deal with
cap,
or
so I like that.
random stuff I need to resolve, I will
But it's
deal
taking
with
some
it.
time to create the account. Frankie here,
Do not want to deal with it in the last
4,200 request. Nice.
The real question
Give
is
you
if
the first payout
SpaceX
badge
worth
here.
1.5 trillion, then what is Rocket Lab worth? The question here.
Catnip, another take profit 300. That's very nice, man. Daily
Coinbase
payouts are the best.
up
I agree.
1.7.
By the way, they brought back the 40% off with no activation fee
Corby was one of the
for
companies
a
named to
while.
help power the
So
Department of
back then it was
Energy
30%. Make
Yeah,
sure you
but
grab
there's
it if you
a lot.
want it.
There's 25 different companies. I don't think it's pumping 17% on just that. I feel like this is more of a
Ikaratida here.
我今天想拿个大的结果的，不然的一般都在这边就应该是要走
I
的
mean, at
了。
that point, this is a little bit more
Withdrawal
evidence
balance
for-
我希望它是跌下来的嘛，但没想到是还是涨回去了。
Tradify here, Forex Edge.
Oracle was down 7.
$4,000. Very nice. Man, you guys locking those payouts really good.
Like the Genesis mission right now is just a headline. It's not even. We don't even know exactly what they're going to do.
That one he did Tradify. And then this one, Take Profit Trader, is the daily payout with a 40% up. No activation fee. This one's nice, right? Take Profit. Mikey.
SoFi still struggling because of PayPal.
I think
Again,
this is
the PayPal
Tradify.
bank
Looks
thing
like
doesn't
Tradify.
really
Yep,
affect
FTD
SoFi that
Tradify.
much,
$3,000. Nice.
but nonetheless, we're going to see how the market thinks about it. We
Frankie,
have a TikTok headline.
Prakash.
ByteDance is on pace for roughly
Fifth and
50
final
billion
account, just
profit
getting
in
through the buffer by
2025,
going to close this
after
everyone
about
high for
40
sure.
billion of net income over the first 3 quarters. Wow. It had
Well done, man.
120%
Very
sales growth to
consistent.
186 billion.
Those daily payouts add up, guys.
25.
Okay. SMC here, small size, but a fifth payout from Novation,
So,
to your own diligence.
Level of profit for TikTok.
Nice. That was $600. Water pattern.
Okay. Let's see.
Michael here got paid out
Let's see. Okay, let's hear from
by Prop Shop, 1,500. Very
let's
nice.
hear from Apollo.
Sapphire
Their
base
thoughts
hits,
on-
570. Lots of you guys posting payouts today, man. Well done, guys.
Tailwinds from the one big beautiful bill. We'll also have tailwinds from the oil prices. We'll also have tailwinds from the dollar. and
Money
dollar.
Addict, not much, but I'm
We're
happy
about
with
to
green.
see, Nike swoosh where growth is going to accelerate. This is the consensus.
540 is not little, okay? Money Addict, that's really good. Some people don't make $500 in one day.
And as a result, when
So,
inflation
well
is
done.
still already close to 3%.
First
the
payout
inflation
batch.
still continue to be quite
Peter,
So the bottom line is,
$1,000 to Boonox, very nice. You guys killing it. Very happy for you guys. Very happy for you guys.
Because of the tailwind coming from one big beautiful bill.
What about the risk, sorry, Carl, of employment? I mean, we've been seeing numbers.
Fast Eddie right now is 40% off with Take Profit
Where you're high.
with no activation fee if you use the code
Isn't
episode.
that a concern to you? And we haven't even started to talk about.
Guys, they're probably gonna like chop it around here and not do much, so don't force things today. Put in a trade day or something.
Slowed in the last 6 months is because immigration has slowed. The last several years, net immigration into the US was around 3 million every year. The CBO is now forecasting that there will
Easy
be around
rider, first payout.
500,000 in the next 2 years.
Very nice.
So in other words, we're seeing a
First
fairly
payout badge.
sharp slowdown,
You guys are
and as a
locking
result,
these
the
payouts
Dallas
today.
Fed has calculated
Well done.
that the new equilibrium rate for non-farm payroll, which used to be 200,000 jobs created every month, is now down to 30,000 jobs every month. So a very important reason why job growth has slowed is indeed because immigration has slowed so much.
You did write this week that the Fed's biggest risk for next year is stagflation.
I still think that stagflation is the risk because there's still some headwinds coming, especially if AI.
What did Take Profit change? Take Profit had a 30% off promo back then at the Black Friday with a refund of a test fee. But now they don't have that anymore. Instead of 30%, they give you 40% off with no activation fee. So once you pass it, you don't need to activate. So for a 50K account, it costs about $119. Very, 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 very nice.
In CapEx spending on the data center front going forward into the next several years.
I'm not sure what you mean by checking emails, but I usually check it later, not while on stream. If you guys bought the course, you should have automatically got the access. If you haven't, you probably put the wrong email address. You gotta email me again. Right. Wow, another payout coming in.
Yes, it's true that rents are pulling lower, but
Genetron 3500 with Alpha. Very nice. Well done, man. First payout badge. If you trade Alpha, use the code FSP, you get a maximum discount too. Okay. Man, lots of payouts today. We got like 10 of them. Like close to at least.
And that's exactly why the FOMC members are so split on this issue. What should we do in an environment where, yes, maybe the labor market is a bit...
So what we see right now is that they're holding this box, okay? Previous box, that was kind of like a resistance zone. Right now they're holding this box. Okay. If we keep holding it, we may have one more leg higher, but I think that may be hard because look at this hourly chart here. Right? A little consolidation, a little chop around makes more sense. Right? So if they come back down here, dive it down here again, not a big deal. Right? After a long time of chopping around.
The labor market picture to deteriorate further from there could impact GDP if you start to see that really impacting the labor market and consumption.
Absolutely, this is extremely important, and there are three places to look for whether this is playing out. First, you have to look at productivity.
Angie, well, thank you for your support. Consider like the support, for this community. Thank you, though. Oh, it's easy.
As we go through 2026, can they actually deliver earnings outside the Magnificent Seven in a way where it looks like
Tesla coming down 479.
And finally, we also have to look very carefully at why the unemployment rate is going up. Is it exactly as you're saying, the risk that this is because of AI, or is this just because the business cycle is slowing? If we succeed wildly with AI creating massive increases in productivity across the economy, it will start to create a whole new problem, namely disruption in the S&P 493, where therefore they will be laying off massive amount of workers, and therefore a very significant increase in the unemployment rate.
And again, that argument that AI is going to lead to unemployment, we haven't talked about it in a couple weeks, but back in October, that was the big headline because Amazon had laid off 30,000 people. I mean, I just feel like that's a risk you can't even prep for if AI becomes that good. And his argument is we shouldn't even cut rates because the economy is running so hot, but AI coming low enough maybe is the reason we would cut rates. But like, if AI actually leads to that massive job loss, I don't know how the stock market would react to it. My gut tells me if you own assets, you're going to benefit from that situation. But it's hard to be sure if it creates that massive level of layoffs.
Coming back to retest the yellow line here.
Who talks faster, him or you? He actually talks pretty fast. For being on live TV, he talks pretty freaking fast. 478 on Tesla, once again losing 480. That was not even sped up, bro. That was live. Yeah, the Sham Sanker clip is actually a really good one on this. Let me actually pull that up. The Sham is, Palantir's entire argument is that the jobs are going to be enhanced for the blue-collar worker with AI. This is basically a response to...
Don't get chopped up, guys. They're going to consolidate and chop it around here. They may even sweep one more leg lower into this area here. Be prepared to do one more sweep down here.
You can see how it's transforming the work of classically white-collar workers. But I think the story that's really underreported...
Guys, if you enjoy trading together, please go ahead and hit the like button.
It is the frontline factory
and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, right? So you know when we go live.
Minutes actually matter.
That 5 minutes looking kind of nasty. So I'm going to wait a little bit here.
manufacturing line where the foreman has to spend less time doing the production planning and the labor scheduling, more time actually building parts. And I think the key narrative violation that the Vanguard study really shows is not only are these workers more productive, these companies are able to hire more. I'll give you one example. We have a manufacturing customer that because they were able to streamline their production planning with AI, they were able to add a third shift. Without that labor utilization being at a certain rate, it wasn't profitable to hire more American workers. With it, more jobs are
Unless you love this place. This community is great, man. This community is really good.
They're in Reno, Nevada. They build electric vehicle batteries. The apprenticeship to become a skilled battery technician for this sort of equipment is 3 years. With AI, they've been able to take prior casino workers and gainfully employ them successfully in 3 months. This is creating American jobs, and I think the root of this doomerism, first of all, is a complete propaganda shtick coming out of Silicon Valley, where they want to talk about how powerful the tech is. It's so powerful, it might lead to mass.
I do have to apologize for my voice. Whole week trying to overcome this bug here.
It's not what you see at the
And
lines. What you see is an opportunity.
still streaming, you know, love the community.
What do we think? Do people agree?
And
do we think the argument that AI is going to take away jobs is propaganda from people that hate tech, and as a result they are trying to de-accelerate the
I said one micro contract on MES. Nice. Well done.
Elon.
5 minutes looking like a little bearish action going on here.
Or are
they may
people
sweep this area
genuinely
here.
concerned that these jobs are going away and they're not coming back? Bernie last night said, "Yes, Elon, I do lack any sense of adventure. When that adventure will, as you have made clear, force tens of millions of workers out of their jobs. The goal of AI and robotics must be to improve life for all people, not just to make you and your
Shane here. Look at
Welcome to our annual Google Public Sector Summit.
Gemini for Government. It's a new product we built that brings Google AI to the hands of all your people.
The problem is people, like, again, the way that Shop said that is proven correctly is because
hey, who was the guy that had did a video testimonial recently?
It's literally that simple.
And at the end showed a bunch of eggs. Is that guy here? Well, I think it was Philip, right? Is Philip here?
People will have their jobs.
I want to congratulate him in person.
People
but I'm
do
not sure
start losing their jobs at scale, then although there will be some level of effective agency empowerment in certain parts of the economy via AI, as he was talking about, if it's not enough to match the net loss of jobs, which again it's yet to see is that actually going to happen, then there's going to be a revolt. I mean, like, people are not going to be okay, especially if they don't own any stock in the companies that are replacing their jobs, which is what Vlad was talking about yesterday, about how, you know, you need to give young people feeling as if they have a chance in the game. And I think it's going to be a story that needs a couple years to play out before we fully understand what's happening.
Order submitted.
Yeah, a lot of you guys, even in the chat, are 50-50. Some people say, yes, we're already seeing AI take jobs near where I live. The thing that makes this complicated is that Elon's saying money doesn't matter. Which is kind of strategic on his part, because you're worth so much money to kind of push back against like being worth so much and having so much wealth and equality. Like, well, money doesn't even matter. It's basically like I'm worth zero because everyone's gonna be rich. That is one like psychological way to push that. I think he's using to push back against the narrative. But when you say money doesn't matter and working is optional, it kind of is implying that you're agreeing that yes, all jobs will be eliminated to an extent, and that kind of proves Bernie Sanders' point. But it might not be a bad thing. Argument. It's just as anyone.
You can't tell whether I'm longing or shorting.
Not a bad thing.
Well, in a sense, that's good because you don't want to follow what I do. Right now, I'm in
Unless
red.
money doesn't actually matter.
So you don't want to follow me. But generally speaking, if you see me red and my entry bar is above the price action, it means that I'm long. If you see the entry price here, green, like the entry price here, the line here, and then it's green and it's going down, means I'm short.
There's a lot of chatter on investment accounts for kids, where the government sees investment accounts with $1,000 for children as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill. Are you still positioning yourself for consideration? Have you learned who else has money?
Yeah, well, I've spoken to the president and obviously the government about this personally, and basically, while we can't give you the details of what we're involved in or what we're talking about, I think this is incredibly important. I think we have a huge risk in this country of people not believing in the free markets and in the financial system because they don't have skin in the game. I think it's especially a problem now when we're in this massive wave of AI-driven disruption. So, you know, you're seeing AI.
甲骨文不随着大盘回落啊，我可能走了。
He swept this high, I don't want to long it up there for a reason, right? There's a
Ah.
reason why I don't want to long it up there.
Ah.
I'm out of this long. The 5 minute looks nasty. Maybe sweep down here, I'll try it again.
I think he's right. People gotta feel they have a stake in the game. And I am also worried about that because, dude, it's like, we know as much as people are now caring about investing, it's still relatively not that important to the majority. So, like, yes, there's been
Oh, 怎么？哎呀。
If they did, the capital markets would get even more liquid. And if they don't care and then they lose their job, that's when you see the narrative shift pretty aggressively. I mean, we'll find out in a couple of years. It will be. I mean, there's
Oh fuck that!
Of this argument around job loss or job gain, but once you get a trend over.
Just clocked out right before they found it.
Evidence on what's happening. 11%.
天哪
After lost 192, but still holding 190. Google at 305. Well,
哎呀。
the internet took jobs. Yeah, the internet took jobs, but man, did the internet help them.
I know， 这就是这个甲骨文不跟着大盘一起回调的，本来大盘都已经创了刚刚新的日内新低，这个甲骨文还这么强，我都搞不明白什么原因。有买盘吗？太牛逼了！你看我们大盘已经到刚刚日内的新低了嘛，这个甲骨文还在涨。哎呀，今天还是运气不好啊，运气不好啊，运气不好啊 ，shit。AMD 4.2哈，因为达跌了一丢丢而已，没有跌多少啊，说真的。
If they can, we can try to go for this box. But if we come back and grind down here, we're probably going to chop this area. So don't forget, we talked about the hourly zone rejection this morning. Right, they rejected right into our box. That's why I told you I didn't want to long it there. You guys like these boxes or what? Huh? Did this box here save some of you guys to not get long right up here at the top?
That's the other thing. Not everyone can.
我怀疑是不是？
It's not easy to make money when you're doing something creative. It's why most creatives struggle.
认识掉不下去吗？都掉了哦，一个点了还不叫都在涨，特斯拉都掉成这么鬼了，还叫掉不了啊？这开玩笑吧？特斯拉总是和大盘相反的走啊！啊不大盘就总是和大伙有点标新立异啊，你知道吗？
That's the nuance over the next 5 years that we're all going to try to go back and forth to understand.
Yeah, Angie, I'm glad you like it.
Did you see the Matt Money thing? Yes. Dude, is he... I don't want to call him if he's at work right now. But we have to get an update on how that shit happened. For those that don't know, Matt was on the White House website today. You know what happened? I think Chris fell asleep and they returned to Cash Flow Chronicles. And Matt was just like, alright, I'm just gonna go live myself if Chris is not awake. If Chris was awake and this happened, they both would have been on the White House website. So Chris's sleep stopped him from being in front of the country.
Order submitted.
You have a little clip right here from Steve Quirk at Hood.
啊，今天没有太多心情做直播啊，亏的有点麻了。昨天犯了好多错误，说实在，那个尾盘去搞那个这个耐克的财报，我靠，炸飞了，我靠！没想到能跌这么多啊！当时他妈都跌到快到11个点了。
Well done, lock it in. Well done.
现在呢是甲骨文跟着这个大盘是相反的走向啊，是跟着相反的走向。我怀疑他是在这收集筹码。我怀疑他在收集筹码。虽然是有点扯啊，就是说大盘跌，他在收集筹码。啊。可能今天大家都好奇怪啊。可能这个甲骨文跌不下去了，太强了，跟这个特斯拉英伟达一样。我不知道谁在跌啊，怎么大盘在跌，我也是搞不明白为什么在跌。就大盘为什么回踩，我是搞不明白是哪个家伙在跌，应该是特斯拉在跌吧，拉低了整个大盘吧，是不是？是应该是特斯拉拉低了整个大盘吧。
I don't smoke. Never smoke one Sunday. Ginger with honey? I'm sorry. Bleach? Man, Sovereign, that's dangerous. You know, if you say to someone who are like minors, they'll actually take your advice, and that could be dangerous for them. You know,
oh yeah, Avatar 3 is out. Are you streaming next week?
Apparently, there was this quote-unquote internet challenge.
The stock market open on.
我的天啊！我走了吧，算了，我靠，我都怕这个甲骨文会不会新高啊？这太夸张了。哎呀。
Friday we are open, right? We're open Monday and Tuesday is normal. So Monday and Tuesday is fine. Yeah, I think I'll be sure. The only day I'm missing is Thursday.
它有可能双顶再会掉下来都有可能，你知道吗？但我真不希望再来回过山车啊，主要是做空它的话，因为如果没有利润的话，它再上去的话，我就很被动，我就没办法去做空它了。你看这大盘都唯唯诺诺的，这个甲骨文还很强，我是不是挑错地儿了？真的应该是挑错地了。哇 ，the fuck！ 哎呀，投降吧。我会再空他的这个王八蛋，但我真的投降了，我先投降了。但我很快会追空的，如果他什么的话，我还是会追空的。我看一下他有没有双顶吧，因为这大盘不好，他怎么能好？我也是搞不明白。
You're welcome here. You know, I've my first business partner was Muslim. He's still a Muslim.
By the way, Netflix
here we have a lot of people who are in the Christian faith.
With Charlemagne.
I think majority can be categorized as evangelical.
200 million 5 years with iHeartMedia.
Or Protestants.
But that leads to Netflix getting the exclusive home of The Breakfast Club.
我重新回去了，我重新做空它了，我还是要在很短的一个时间内，我就就是手续费亏一下吧，就是手续费亏一下吧。
That says do this, don't do that, right? Even not eating pork, like, you know, is one thing in the Old Testament.
Trump administration announces that they will not be complying with today's deadline to release.
I think sometimes, many times, when people look at religion, right? I don't really look at religion.
因为他的1分钟总感觉很危险，不过不知道咋说，因为大盘真 大盘这么屌，这么差劲，它竟然这个甲骨文不跌我，而且是7个点的涨幅，这个消息，这个消息真的很好吗？这个不是早就跟那个TikTok 来合作的吗？我靠，又回来了。
Dude, you know who surprised me the most? This
and
one,
so the answer to your question is,
some of you guys might not know.
do I drink alcohol? I've drank alcohol before. When in my younger times, I've gotten pretty drunk too. But I don't.
我的天哪，它这个好强啊，比特斯拉、比英伟达强多了。这个甲骨文今天，哇，一改宛如风放啊！本来平时都是他自己带领这个带崩大盘的。哇，今天这个消息，哇 ，OK。
I think there's a principle though. There's a principle though in the Bible. It says, Paul says, "Do not be drunk with wine, but be filled with the Holy Spirit." So, if my personal preference is I don't even like the taste of alcohol.
甲骨文是标普500还是纳斯达克呢？我估计都有吧。都没有受到影响，我就觉得好奇怪啊。
I honestly don't enjoy it. I find it like it's not my thing. Now, for some other people, it may be a big thing.
Now, I mean, there is. I really think it's naive to assume.
We've heard testimonies where some people got delivered from alcohol.
回踩了昨天的这个纳斯达克是昨天的最高点了哈，不知道有没有这个一定的这个情况哈。
It's not about that. Do you wear head covering? It's not about that. It is about
Epstein's. I don't know if he was a billionaire.
Having freedom.
He was emblematic of the billionaire class.
Paul says, "I can do all things."
这个甲骨文非常奇怪啊，就是标普涨它就跌，标普跌它就涨。
For us as Christians, we don't look at these rules.
我都无语了。
We don't obey God. We should obey God. But we do it out of a sense of love and. Because Jesus says, if you love me, you're going to keep my commandments. Just like if you love your wife, you treat her well.
Shit.
So instead of looking at it like, do I do this? I do not do that. I look at it as in
benefit from all the merits of capitalism. Private jets are pretty capitalist.
I have a chance to obey God, to show him my love, to do what he says.
And then the responsibility, oh, he was raising money.
So if during Christmas time,
like, bro,
我走了，这个没办法了，太强了。甲骨文强的无敌手啊
What about I give something as well, right? That's why we did in a community. If you will minister to someone, you can get my course free. If you tell them about the Christian message of what Christmas is, that Jesus came 2,000 years ago in a manger, humbly, to save you and I from our sins, then I'll give you my course for free. So, Christianity is about having freedom because when Jesus came 2,000 years ago, he died for us.
Is the mood fading?
You know,
it's not really fading. I mean, like,
get this. Christians even some Christians even eat meat sacrificed to idols.
We're not seeing the drawdown we
right?
usually see.
So let's say in our Asian culture, you go to the movies, whatever. The movies they have dedication to like to worship like these fake idol gods. And yet, according to the Bible, all food are blessed. You can eat that food. If you eat it, if you partake it with thanksgiving, I'm personally not going to do it. But Paul says, why is your liberty going to be judged by someone else?
哦，重新回来空它了。我都是我自己止损的那个价格，再加上它的那个回来的价格，就是说差不多的价格吧。它再上去，我就再亏手续费走吧。没办法了。今天再玩一下，我都想下播了，因为就有时候打击挺大的，就是说如果你是看对的话，昨天真的乱玩，还是上次 TTD 那个TTD 的那个什么叫什么？那个教训啊，我也没有吸取的太多，但是那个我昨天最吸取的太多的就是我就砍仓了， 我说到时候涨回来无所谓了，我们砍仓吧，砍仓，睡个好觉。
Sacrifice to that Buddha,
might not be able to pick up.
and if that kind of makes people feel like, yo, I don't want to be Christian anymore, then you also don't want to do that, because it's kind of like there's a guideline in the scriptures that talk about not just considering about ourselves but other people.
I'm so
if we're gonna make other people stumble, might as well not do that.
I know you elevated your life.
A long answer, but I don't think it's as simple as do you drink this, do you not do that. I think it's much more than that.
Okay, so I just want to know.
I think it's having a hard.
如果他再回去到我那个价格，我空的那个价格我又走了，我不能让他继续尬空，我就反正无所谓，就在那到处走吧，我就亏一下手续费。
And she like spread out everything like a whole mess on the floor, right at the entrance, and I snapped right away. I pretty much yelled at her. I'm like, hey, don't do this. And she opened up the wipes, which I used to wipe other stuff. It's gonna be all dried out. I got really upset. I yelled at her, and afterwards I talked to my wife about it. She's like, oh, maybe she never thought. She's not thinking about whether you think this is tidy or not. She's just trying to be happy on her own terms, playing, and she's trying to play school sometimes.
啊，我准备又走了，这大盘强起来了。
On the phone this morning, I'm like, man, God, like changed me, you know, to not react so fast sometimes. And I'm like, unless the God of mercy changes me, you know, I don't have hope. But I know I have hope because I know He's the one who changed.
Somehow they got.
So I don't like answering questions of whether you do this or not do that. I like to, you know, come into a relationship with Almighty God.
Your story feels a little too sus. I feel like there's something.
And have them change their hearts.
Dude, I know. I already talked to Bloomberg this morning. So I'm curious what they're going to do with that. I wasn't on stream or anything like that, but I don't know if they're going to, some lady from the UK was writing down a bunch of notes and.
Dude, they're doing a whole story on this? It's like that big.
I have no idea.
哇，特斯拉英伟达3个点了。
Shame, she's a toddler. Yeah, I mean, you can call it shame. I don't call it shame. You know, I regretted it. I apologize to her. I prayed. So.
哎呀，过时间过得好慢，非常慢，过的这个时间慢的都不行了。跟我用模拟盘的那个叫做什么历史回测，那个太快了，那个我们加10倍的速度或者20倍的速度，唰就起来了，那个速度。好了，我又走了，没办法了，是太强了。你看他的1分钟全都在水上，全都在 MACD 水上，然后这个金叉还搞了上来，这个 MACD 5分钟的啊，哎呀。
Kidding? You said you as that was tough to deal with. I said, yeah, I'm pretty tough to deal with. You know, like it's pretty strong opinionated.
And I'm like, yeah, that'll be me one day. And didn't think it would happen under these circumstances. But here we are.
Dude, the time I gave Steve.
I only brought that example up to show you, to tell you about. When someone asks about, do I do this, do I do that? It's not about whether you do this or not do that. It's about how do we respond to the moving of God in our lives.
Until 2 minutes beforehand. And so I've just been trolling him for my past couple live streams that I've done with him. And then, yeah, that's the one that I sent to Steve. How funny is that?
And then you got Carp in the background, like, you really...
You got Carp, I'm upset because the other day, I need to hang those pictures, t-shirts rather, and I had one of Sir Peter Beck right next to Carp, and unfortunately, I took it down literally like 2 days ago because I was gonna start hanging them up. So you would have had Carp and Sir Peter Beck hanging out right there, but side by side. But
faded out the hood.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, man. Not everyone has that stamina. You know, I have to be more strategic. I have to hack the White House government websites. They said that. They're like, we don't know if this was a hack. I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, because now the journalists are probably like, wait a second, there's got to be something deeper here. And you're like, bro, I was doing a live stream with my friend.
You love training one micro someday?
啊，天啊！期货又到新高啦！
This is what international journalists across the world had to witness last night live when they got the notification that the White House has a new live breaking news on their website. That's my quant.
My quantitative. You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it. I quit my job.
All right. That's it.
You're up 150 lunch money. Nice, well done.
It's
我的止损在最上面呢。啊，标普日内新高了，都快，我非常无语。下播了，算了，我靠。I don't know, man. That's just suck. 下周一再见吧。
So fun for the community too, dude. Stuff like that. It's just because get to see you every day and interact with you and see that type of.
我这个期货从赚700刀，全部回来，又还回去了那个钱。我跟你说，所以我靠，我真的服了。行啊，不好意思啊，真的，哎呀，下播了，下周一再见了，我实在是太难挣回来了这些钱，不该冲动的，昨天疯狂去抄底，打止损，那个什么，我一直在，哇，他那跳的好快啊，他跳的好快啊，晚安了。OK， 我继续空了，但是我是在很一个窄幅的，我希望是大盘崩一下，因为这就起来了吗？大盘，我还以为今天大盘会补缺口，然后再往下推一下，然后就进入这个下跌趋势，还是要下跌。我是这样感觉的，我是觉得今天还是要补缺口，然后继续下跌。他这个布林带上轨是有点搞笑。哎呀，我反正是今天想的是这样的，好像不是很，好像不是这样，就是我以为今天是要跌回补缺口，再跌下去，就会造成很恐慌，然后下周星期一再跌几天，然后才可能起来，或者都不起来了，你知道吗？特斯拉见底啊 ，OK， 那特斯拉见底了。特斯拉今天是很弱的。还是非常弱。
about $470,000 in payouts. Over half of that's profits this year. So I mean, it's great, you know. Prop firms you can rotate your accounts. You can manage risk better that way, in my opinion.
我做了几次过山车了，我跟你说。 哎呀，我靠，就是这样想的这个剧本嘛。好奇怪，日本加息还竟然美股大涨了，这搞笑，非常搞笑。
Ondas, that dude, this stock just been an incredible year for this thing. 13%. CEO did buy more shares, which is always bullish. So you're seeing some more momentum there. A lot of these names. APLD, is that moving up? Again, a lot of the data center names. Like, again, they're all going to move together. Fly Digital was down 14% on Tuesday. It's up 12% today. Like, you really just got to be able to not be too upset when they go down because you know when they reverse, they reverse. All the data center I ran probably up 7% here. I ran up 8%. All right, folks, that is it for me. I will be live on the close. I'll see if I can get Matt and
fan, hey, tilted very hard bad today. Need some emotional support. Last one funded yesterday with 6-day green up 11K.
哎呀，反复在这个东西这里，我又买进去了啊！我。
And you just been there. The good news is that. You recognize that
I don't know, bro. It just sucked.
The hardest thing about
fucking sucked. What happened, motherfucker?
You have tilted, but you want to keep trading.
Really down in tech is
so what you gotta do is you gotta step away, just go for a walk. Like if you sit in front of the computer, it's gonna be bad. What you can do if you want to be with us on the stream, take the phone, right? Go out for a run, right?
凭什么甲骨文7.3呢？为什么甲骨文的涨7.3？昨天我也是做空它，然后也是亏损那2000刀，也是其实有它的一部分的。其实我是昨天一共亏了差不多可能8000刀了。猛涨啊！我靠，特斯拉猛涨啊，拉起大盘来了，那估计是。我看一下这个财报的啊，耐克9.5。
Great job, James. Henry, you've done that before. Yeah, fella, I know you want to go back. But right now, just imagine. I want you to picture right now.
That's the thing. Even if random,
like imagine if you blow up another 5 accounts.
I don't know anyone.
Right, and you just, lost another.
They have a notification every time because they have to report on what the administration says.
Like you just lost another 5 accounts. How would you feel about that?
Press, not just
right.
American press.
You probably won't like that.
So that's why it's funny because Matt got the.
What? 天哪！
All right, that's it. I'll be back on the close. If I don't see people on the close, hopefully everyone has a good weekend. I will not be back on Monday. Only thing we're missing next week is Christmas, so besides that, should be a relatively simple week. Even if the volumes are low, we have quad witching today, so if we get a rug pull, just remember that could be a lot to do with options. If we hold out this momentum, then nice to hang out Friday like that. What did Matt say on the stream? Well, I'll link the video. They spent 2 hours talking about probably the stock market. And so, I guess those journalists got to see that. And maybe this is the Samsung round, or maybe this is a little bit of a start to it. CPI definitely gave a good foundation. You got really good Oracle headlines last night. OpenAI raising money definitely is beneficial for the broader AI trade. Hopefully that can continue by the end of the year. All right, thank you everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you guys when the market closes. And if not, have a great weekend. Back Monday for the market. Thank you everybody.
啊，这个主播下播了，他其实下播也挺好的。啊，我也下播了，算了，没有什么屌。JDG 这么猛，直接收购 Okla 好了。他们都，我感觉是有庄家在炒的，不是说怎么，应该是一起配合炒起来的。 没有什么一个个股能涨40个点这么夸张啊，对不对？期权结算可能吧，日本通知你才会崩盘哦。OK， 除了新加坡，我都再看一下这些弹幕吧，然后再走吧。剧本不是这样。OK， 赌看淡不服就。这果然是今天是无聊的三乌日。OK， 不要空现在，有点上头，出去看一下啊。感谢今天过来看了，今天是真的很无聊，主播大亏也是没办法了，我自己又要好多天才能挣回来这些钱，真的又回到原点了，真的又回到原点了。OK， 好的，行了，那晚安了，今天星期五了，晚安，早点睡啊哈，下周再来吧，看一下。哎呀，现在主要是做直播，做这个交易还是有点什么。其实现在慢慢适应这个做直播做交易了，但是是吧，自己在幕后还是再去玩就很麻烦。就是现在好像近5天都在频繁交易，这个不好的习惯，你知道吗？今天其实都有点有了。好了，拜拜，感谢今天的收看哈，拜拜。